All right, speaking of Cyberpunk. Colonel Rangoon writes in and asks multiple choice question: what month will Cyberpunk be playable without bugs? January, March, or January of next year? Of the year after. January 2077. I get it.
Yeah, that's a
That's the
joke.
joke.
Yeah.
I've ruined his joke. I should probably
You
read these
did.
ahead of time.
Wow. That was bad.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, Colonel. I'm going to salute you right now, Colonel, because I fucked up your joke. Hope you can respect that. I think by January, well, Christmas is coming up.
I would say February, which isn't one of the choices.
Yeah.
I'm going to say March.
March sounds. Yeah, and don't expect that next gen version anytime soon. They're gonna be focusing on the PC first, you would think, on their platform, GOG. Yeah, March sounds about right. Well, maybe it's just like some little problem that they can fix, and it'll get rid of a lot of the bugs. Like maybe the problem is with ray tracing or something. I don't know.
Wombat will tell us next week.
Yeah, let us know about the ray tracing, even though your version doesn't have that. But maybe he's waiting outside.
You know it does have ray tracing?
What?
Fortnite.
I heard about that. Can you tell?
No.
Do you know what that is?
It's something in the game that makes it look better.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm not really sure. I think it has something to do with the reflections. Makes like good reflections.
Okay. There are good. I actually have noticed some good reflections, so maybe that's what I'm seeing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure on that.
Game does shiny very well in next gen. It also does fire very well in next gen. I'll give it that credit too.
Fortnite you're talking about?
Yeah, Fortnite does fire really well on the new consoles. A lot better than the old consoles. Because you can light a lot of stuff on fire. And let's see. So 1 week into season 5. It is not the best season.
Well, last season was the best season.
Last season was a very good season. Last season also, they didn't screw with the formula too much. It's like, here's the Marvel characters you want. Here's how the challenges are going to work. It's what you're used to. You're going to like it. Here you go. For whatever reason, this season, they revamped the challenge system. And it's hard to follow. And I don't really like it. And it's sort of a bummer. And I hope they fix it before the season's over.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I feel like after the Marvel thing, though, they need to come down a little bit. You can't just be up all the time. You got to come down and then you go back, bring the crowd back up again.
I like my checklists. I feel like this is something Shipwreck can appreciate. And when they give you the weekly challenges, after you finish them, it says, okay, you've done, 7 out of 7 challenges from week 1. At least that's how the previous 4 seasons that I played have done. But for some reason, this season, when you finish a challenge, it just disappears. So you don't really have that thing to go back to be like, okay, how many challenges are there going to be each week? Have I done all the challenges from every week? And you can kind of thumb through it and see what you've already done. And they got rid of that. So it's just kind of, it's a little sloppy in a way because it doesn't have that organization that the last seasons had.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Mr.
B says, I don't play Fortnite. What's an example of a challenge? So when you get the season pass in Fortnite, you get XP challenges to get you closer to that level 100. And an example of a challenge would be like, I don't know, land in 3 specific spots in 3 different games. Like that literally would be it. And you'll get your 15,000 XP and then you move on to the next one.
You sound hard.
They're usually not that hard. I never said they were.
I know. Just fucking with it.
Yeah. Some of them are a pain in the ass, but some of them are not.
Wombat, you can throw out your Confederate flag finally because Twitch has banned them starting in January. Or you can have one last hurrah, maybe.
I thought we won that war.
Well, we did. That's why you can't. That's why you can't use the flag anymore. They banned the Confederate flag, and you're not allowed to make unwelcome comments about a streamer's appearance, Wombat.
Okay. Is that why people have been saying nice things about how I look tonight?
Well, right. They don't want to get banned. Well, no, you still can until January. So now's your chance, guys.
Say all the nasty things
Let us have it right now because it's only 2 more shows before.
Just don't insult the pajamas.
That That one seems like the first one there, the banning the Confederate flag. I understand how you enforce that one. That one's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
The second one, that seems really tough to enforce.
I think the idea is if there's somebody who's constantly trolling you in your channel, now they're violating the terms of service and they can be banned.
So, like,
Twitch.
if someone was in our chat and just kept constantly saying, "Hey, ship, nice tits,"
Right.
you can report that person.
Only if that's unwelcome.
Do I have to tell them that it's unwelcome first?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You have to make it known
to
via
say-
a banning or a timeout or something of that
You have
nature,
to
or
say-
saying it on stream.
Yeah.
What would
Like,
you
you
say,
have to-
Wombat?
You have to call out the person by name.
Yes.
You're gonna have to say, "Dear Polyobject27, I find your comments to be rude and they are unwanted comments.
Right.
They are
Yes, here's my phone
unwelcome.
number. Call me later.
They are unwelcome. Please stop." And then Polyobject27 would reply back with, "Hey, shipwreck, nice tits," and then you can report him.
Right.
But then are they getting banned from Twitch or just your channel?
Yes,
Yep,
Twitch.
they get banned.
You can
from
ban
Twitch.
anybody from your channel. You don't
Yeah,
need a reason
okay.
for that.
I don't know how these things work.
But then I guess supposedly this could get them permanently banned from Twitch and they wouldn't be able to make new accounts, I guess.
And then they'll
somehow.
never say nice tits ever again.
Right.
Good luck, Twitch. This one seems like a lot to bite off there. It's
No,
a lot of stuff to review.
Well, whatever. They can do
Their
it.
heart's in the right place, I guess.
The
Their heart
idea
or
is-
their lawyers are in the right place. I can't tell.
It could be a little from column A and B.
You got to make it easy to get rid of people. These, trash people who are just coming on to fuck with you. Like, there's got to be a way to get rid of them eventually because there's certain people who they just will
individually,
keep coming back. What's that?
the platform, and I'm not saying yes. I'm advocating for these people that
Right.
are just
I like that you
jerks.
always take the
jerk side.
The jerk
no,
side,
it,
yes,
that tracks.
Yeah, no, it does because I'm looking out for the jerks. I'm just interested to see how they can enforce it. Right, like that's the tricky part.
Yeah, it's gonna be mostly on the streamer, I think, who's being affected by the person to take the initiative.
But then But Twitch has to do something.
They're going to ban the person from the whole service after, and then I guess using IP stuff, they can prevent them from making new accounts unless they use VPNs. I don't know.
We'll see how it goes.
It's got to be better than nothing.
Yeah.
Got to be better than nothing. That's all.
It seems like it opens itself up to false positives in some cases.
Fuck them. They're probably,
I
but they know
guess.
it can't be false positive because you have the record of everything that's the person.
But who's
said in
checking the
chat.
record?
The Twitch will check the record once you
Right,
report
but-
somebody. They can easily, just like
That's
when you
that's a lot for Twitch to do.
dude, it's a fucking $1 billion company. I'm sure. It's Amazon. They can do it. Yeah, if they can come up with the technology to edit out the music that's playing in a stereo in the parking lot behind you, they can have a guy look at stuff. You hire, you get some.
I
Call
think they
center.
nailed the Confederate flag one. I think
Someone's still got to look at that. It's not like they're gonna have like.
I know it's a little bit more cut and dry. A little bit. I still feel like there's going to be like, is that?
I know, but
do
I
see
don't
a
know. What
Confederate
about
flag back
that
there?
that Dukes of Hazzard fan stream on
that's
Twitch?
fucked. They're
That guy,
fucked.
that guy's
Right.
screwed.
Like that, I have to go look behind me to make sure there's no Dukes of Hazzard stuff back there.
If you write Dukes of Hazzard on the flag, I think it clears it as a Confederate flag. It becomes its own thing.
I don't know.
I wasn't allowed to watch Dukes of Hazzard as a kid.
What?
Why not?
It was. I remember my mom told me it. She must have read something or talked about it with her friends, but it set a bad example because they always disobeyed the cops. They were always.
Well, the cops were crooked.
I understand. My mom didn't really understand.
They
the
were
nuance.
just some good old boys. They never meant any harm.
Meanwhile, the show was. I watched it
They've
anyway.
been running from the law since the day they were
Right.
born.
I know. I ignored the.
They were
edict.
making their way. The only way they know how.
Right. And somehow in Hazard County, if you commit a crime, you must be arrested on the spot for it. Otherwise, you can never.
I mean, it was just a little bit more than the law would allow.
Right. The law would allow them to go back to their own house after they committed a crime, and then they were safe back at their home base. But if they could catch them
Mhm.
between the crime and getting into their driveway, they could give them a ticket somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of
Also,
course.
I mean, it was also the only way to see Cooter on TV.
So bad.
Somewhere around here, I do have a Cooter for President bumper sticker.
That
Of
does not
course.
surprise me
I
at
do
all.
have that. Growing up, yeah, as a kid, I think I had a different Dukes of Hazzard shirt for every day of the week. I think that was
That's
my wardrobe.
awesome.
I think
No, I had to watch in private. I definitely didn't have any shirts.
oh no, I was force fed Dukes of Hazzard at a very early age.
That and A-Team, I was told not to watch A-Team either.
Really, I love the 18.
But I didn't care for it that much. I watched it, but it was a little dumb.
See, the 18 was my jam, but
It
I'm
had its
younger than
moments.
you.
I like, B.A. Baracus and then, when they had to get him on a plane and stuff. But
Yeah.
He didn't like that.
Oh no, the best
No.
part of the 18 was when they would build something in a garage.
right. And they had the montage. That was really
Yeah,
cool.
I was into that every week, like a
But
sucker.
it
Then
was
again, how old
dumb.
was I? Like 6?
I just thought it was dumb that there was so much gunfire and no one ever getting shot. Like nobody ever got hit by a bullet. It was always just like,
Well,
you're
that
gonna
was
lay
TV
down
at the
like all
time.
these
That
bullets.
that was the 80s.
I know,
Yeah.
but it was so much. It was so much gunfire.
Mm,
Yeah, it was good.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm not. It was fine. It was no Knight Rider.
It's
I think
interesting
18.
to me that
I don't know.
I'm like-
I'm more 18 than Knight Rider. I think I'm 18 over Knight Rider. Don't get me wrong. If 18's a 10, Knight Rider is like a 9.
Knight Rider captured my imagination with the magic car.
Was it a magic car?
Well, with the scientific supercar.
it was technology.
I know. I'm
The
being
A-Team could have
silly.
built a kit if they were in a garage with the right materials.
Not talking, and plus the car was your friend. It was like a whole thing. Like 18 was just people doing missions and stuff. It wasn't.
they had a van.
They had a van, but it was nothing like you
Had a
couldn't really.
spoiler on it.
You couldn't
Yeah.
dream about the A-Team, right? You couldn't have
You could make an A-Team van. You just needed a little red paint.
There's
you wouldn't
someone.
dream
There's
about it.
someone nearby me who has an 18 van because I see it every now and again.
it's not the same as it's not as exciting as if you see a replica kit driving by. You'd be much more excited.
With the light, yeah.
Yeah, come on,
But it would have
Ship,
to have
come
the light.
on, get out of here. I mean, okay, they'd both be exciting. Fine.
They're both
They're
exciting.
both exciting.
And the General Lee's even more exciting because you're like, oh, did they do the top?
You can, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. It is controversial. I feel like you should be able to do the top. It is what it is. It's from a TV show that was popular in the country, and it wasn't like. Did they even ever have black people on that show? I
No.
can't remember a single. I mean, I'm sure there was. I haven't
That's
watched
sort
that
of the
show.
point.
I'm sure there were no recurring characters that I remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, the show was all about them just having speeding violations and trying to get pulled over by the cops.
No, they were
and then
helping people.
They would help,
yeah.
right?
And they were making illegal booze.
Right, and that. Yeah,
Moonshine.
Mhm.
right.
My family,
Texas tea.
yeah. I grew up. A lot of my family made moonshine on the Kentucky
that
side.
that does not surprise me at all.
Little apple pie.
Mine did. I know about apple pie because I watched Justified.
There you go.
Talked about.
I did
apple pie.
not watch that. I lived it.
Right. It was scary.